Alright. Hello, hello. Now, as you can see, I have a read along. I have a read along right here, but this will be a more remastered version. So, gonna try to see if I can make this as short as I can. Now, yep, yo, let's see for yourself. Yes, this one gets a special headline because I used to live and breathe this content. I do this content like it's a fucking sport. You probably saw me in the network chat in the past, constantly getting people to join my raids because I used to run the absolute living shit out of this fucking raid. Well, when it used to be a raid. Now let me calm down a bit because at times I get hyped when talking about this content. I still do sometimes. I'm not happy about that working, boss. Okay, now let's begin. Okay, well, let's begin. Now, this content is located in Fantasy World Dream Theater Reverse. That means your ass is gonna have to complete the Dream Theater quest and the fucking Trigger quest from Hunter's Night in order to gain access to this place. That also means that your ass is gonna have to complete the fucking quest in Fantasy World Dream Theater Reverse itself in order to gain access to the content. Yes, you're gonna have to do the quest. See where I'm standing? That's in front of the stage. That's the matter mixer. That's the matter mixer in the middle. You'll be finishing all the quests for the left side on the stage before you'll be able to access the matter mixer in the middle. You see the right side on the stage? That's the raid matter mixer. You'll be getting your rewards from doing Asmo raid and Beffico raid. Well, soon, it'll probably take a couple of months before it hits CC, but Asmodeus raid won't be in that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is where the BB content is. Yeah, this is where BB content is. So you're gonna find it here on the floor in the middle. It's gonna be right next to the portal. And this is the raid. This is the actual raid NPC. Yeah. Some current the current KR changes. You won't be seeing Asmodeus raid in here. You'll be mainly seeing Beffico raid and soon maybe soon on the Chaos server the Beast King raid. But yeah. Asmodeus became just like Beelzebub. So Asmodeus raid, Asmodeus content. It won't be Asmodeus raid anymore, or whale raid, or salt raid. It'll be Asmodeus content, or salt content, or Asmodeus I just said that, but whale content. It'll be here, and it'll have a progression bar. We'll get to that later. It'll have a progression bar and everything. Now, that's it, the guide. Now, to teach you about raids, so you'll know what to do in advance. Now, the NPCs for Asmodeus raid and Beffico raid, I just explained to you that it won't be like that soon, thanks to the current KR changes. Below is how you make a room for raid and or find raid rooms. Now, let me quickly teach y'all how to do raid. This is a 12-man raid room. This is going to be for Asmodeus and Beffico raid. Go along with it. You make a room and enter it. We'll use these old pictures as an example. It'll be the same for Asmodeus raid and Beffico raid. It'll be the same for Beffico raid soon. Y'all get it. Y'all get the point. Okay. You get the point. Okay, got it. Got it. You get the point. Now you have 3 parts. You have to complete all 3 parts in order to unlock the core and fight the core boss. Yes, you're going to clap 3 whole ass parts in order to fight the raid boss, aka core boss. They'll be located in the core, which is in the middle. Must like the screenshot. Yep, all 3 of these parts, each team will be doing each part in order to unlock the core. See, the core unlocked. Yep, here in the core, we get to fight the annoying ass bosses. Salty ass raid bosses. I'm looking at you, Ascore. Where's my reds? You too, Asmo. Where the fuck are my reds? Now earlier in an earlier screenshot, you probably noticed a bar and something about contribution points. If you clear a part, the bar goes up, giving you a chance to get better rewards once you clear the raid. Yeah, I solo raids and carry for a living as well. If you want to do the entire raid alone and want to clear the investigation itself, you're clearing core 3 times, which is one for each team. All three teams can do core at the same time. If you're soloing and want to complete the raid, you clear core 3 times. If you're there just for the rewards, and after you clear core, you alt press F4 to client, run the game again, and log back in after you alt press F4. Log back in like any person that has common sense. Now when you log back in, you'll see this box pop up. This box will show up when you crash or get disconnected in a raid, or if you clear core and have alt plus F4. Like I've explained, it wants to claim your reward. If you haven't cleared core, then press yes. If you did clear core, then press no and log back on the same character that you did raid with. Go back to the same matter mixer in which you've entered raid. Now, when you first enter the matter mixer, you see where it's glowing yellow. It won't be glowing at first. Because you haven't done the raid yet. After you clear the raid, your reward will be available. You click the reward. That's available for whichever version you cleared, and you've done your first raid. Now, you want to get SSS because that's the best reward. I've also found out that there's a new feature called Compensation Waiver. If you get a shit rank reward, you press Compensation Waiver to reset your rank and try the raid again. Do this before the raid ends for the day. Or if you're smart, do it after you fucked up in a raid or disconnected and can't get back in the previous raid you were in. Remember, raid rewards are important. Take them seriously. Now, you want to run raids over and over again for the achievements. You get good stuff from the achievements that will greatly help you out, so get in the habit of spamming the raids. If you've already cleared the raid once and have claimed your reward, you can still run the raid as the raid has unlimited entries until the raid closes for the day. Once the words raid investigation has ended pop up on your screen, that means that the raid is closed until a reset, and you cannot enter the investigation until the raid investigation starts again after sectors reset. You can only claim your rewards and gain contribution points from raid once per day. Now, back to Attack on Roaches. Here's version 1, and here's version 2. Now, something to mention here. This is limitless. AKA, you can spam this shit all day, but there's one problem. You need tickets or passes in order to keep spamming the content. I know you probably hear fireworks in my background. It's around the 4th of July, that's why. That pass is called Fire King's Wish. Now, you can get these 3 ways. A, by doing this, which is doing the sides. If no one's world or separate from yesterday, and drop the passes while getting some credits in the process. B, order shop in the vending machine under point shop. Press C whenever you get to the NPC. And C, you can buy them from the black market or ask a friend if they have any. Now, let's continue. Remember the Beezlebub accessories I mentioned way back? You can drop them in both versions 1 and 2. You can also drop them from Fly King's body, BB bosses on the left, mission finder on the stage. Still do both versions though. You need those triggers. They will help you with your DPS as well as your drop rate if you get the blue triggers. Blue triggers, you may ask? Well, nah, screenshots. I didn't crop out the Beezlebub core mods for a reason. You get these from the left side of the stage. Or from the matter mixer in the middle in front of the stage. It's in the progression bar. It's in the progression bar. Yes, the Beelzebub bosses or BB bosses. Yeah, you know that screenshot you saw earlier? It was an old picture of BB raid, and I use it as an example to teach you what to do in 12-man raids. In the screenshot, it has the SSS rewards that you could claim if BB was still a raid. The Holy Grails? Yeah. These are what they're for. Yeah, those are used to craft triggers in case you need to craft more than one 3x3 trigger set. And don't feel like spamming the content in the matter mixer. Again, do both versions. So you can get enough materials to craft a 3x3 trigger set, and then transcend it. You can keep resetting the bar located in both versions to farm for materials and transcend or craft your stock. If you want a recommended trigger set, go BB orange. If you go BB red 3x3, you'll have to worry about losing your stacks and having to start over on stacking for the 3x3 trigger set again. So go BB orange. Well, in general. Now, yellow / orange 3x3. For short runs, 2 minutes and below runs, it works as a debuff. I shall warn you that you'll be taking more incoming damage compared to the other trigger sets. Still, it's a good trigger set to go for. Red. For long runs over 2 minutes. Make sure that you don't die so that you won't lose your stacks. When you die, you will lose your stacks. Blue. For grinding purposes, gaining credits and dropping items with the found item bonus. Green. For extra hits, to help people that struggle with multi-hits, in short. Purple, support triggers, heal infection, etc. Also, I should warn you, before you go, yes, you have to transcend the triggers. Remember during the gear explanation, I showed you a picture of my gear? Did you look at the triggers? Yeah, you have to transcend them. I had the transcended yellow / orange triggers. Now remember, when I kept telling you to run both versions, let me tell you why. Run version 1 to craft the triggers and get your gear. Run version 2 to get materials to transcend your triggers, as well as get Holy Grails. Run version 2 to also transcend your core into our 2 mod set. Oh, and don't worry, a screenshot of the materials that you need to transcend the triggers will be posted below so you can understand what the hell I'm talking about. You will get these materials over paper when you open the box that you claim from the reward list from BB2. So once again, please do both versions of the raid as they are both important and essential to crafting your triggers. And again, please get these triggers. They will save your ass in the long run. Take my word for it. Oh, and if you're in a rush to get your triggers, I have a place for you to go. It's a mini raid. You fight 1 or 3 bosses randomly and then a core boss. Okay. Now, one last thing. Phew. Much better. I know it's laggy. One last thing. So, the progression bar. Right? Alright, and with that, we are done.